Alright, so today we're going to work on multiplying decimals, and you can see I wrote down the one key thing you need to remember when multiplying decimals. The only difference than multiplying whole numbers is when you multiply decimals, the decimal places in the problem are equal to the decimal places in the answer. What I'm talking about. So here I say I had 2 1/10 times 3 5/10. Okay. First thing I like to do is just say, alright, let's just do the multiplication. So I'm going to multiply just like a regular whole number. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Right? So I'm done with this. Now I have a placeholder 0 since I moved over a spot. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And then I add everything up. 5, 3, 7. So a question comes in is, what am I supposed to do? Where's the decimal supposed to go? First thing I think about is what makes sense. This number is about 2, and this is 3.5, so it's right between 3 and 4. So I'm gonna just show you something like this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if this was 3, 2 times 3 is going to give me 6, and 2 times 4 is going to give me 8. What I figured out here is 3.5 is between 3 and 4, so I rounded this to the nearest whole number, which is going to be 2. Then I said this one's right in between 3 and 4, so let's do times 3 and times 4. So if I solved a similar problem, 2 times 3 is going to give me 6, 2 times 4 is going to give me 8. So this answer, this is a little bit over 2 and a little bit over 3, and I multiply them. It's got to be somewhere between 6 and 8. It's got to be somewhere between there. So 735 wouldn't make sense. 73 and 5/10, too big, right? 2 times 3 can't be 73 and 5/10. So this is really the only answer that makes any sense. The rule would be that I have one decimal place here. I'm just using DP as an abbreviation. That would be my one decimal place. That's the places after the decimal. And this one has one decimal place. So one decimal place and one decimal place makes 2 decimal places. So I have 2 decimal places. Okay, let's try another one here. Maybe I have 5 15/100 times 2.7. Okay, so first thing, right, we'll just go to the rule. I have 2 decimal places in this one, and here I have 1 decimal place. So my answer, 2 decimal places and 1 decimal place, makes 3 decimal places, and I can just multiply everything out. That's going to be 35, 7, 8, 9, 10, 35, 36, placeholder 0, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 1 is 2, plus the 1 extra is the 3, 10, add them up, 5, 0, 9, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3 decimal places, so I go 1, 2, 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. Okay, if I think about it, then I get, if I'm doing my estimating using that skill, this is kind of like 5 times 3. This number could be rounded to 5, right? I look at this, since it's less than 5, I round down to the nearest whole number, so that would be 5. This is more than 5, so I'm going to round up. 5 times 3 gives me 15. So what this tells me is my answer should be somewhere around the number 15. And wouldn't you know it, 13.9 is really close to 15. Multiplying decimals is the only thing you need to really remember. Right? Estimating is an awesome skill. It's going to get you close to make sure our answer makes sense, because as mathematicians, we always want our answer to make sense. But the general rule is that the number of decimal places in the problem equals the decimal places in the answer. 1, 2 decimal places in this one, plus 1 in this one, makes 3 total. I have 3 total. If I had, a problem with, I'll just set this one up. I'm not going to go through it, but if I just had a problem, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1.6. Notice I don't have to line up my decimal. Don't have to line up the decimal for this. So this one has 4 decimal places, and this one has 1 decimal place. So altogether, I'm going to have 5 decimal places. So my answer should have 5 decimal places. You multiply just like regular, and then my answer has 5 decimal places. Estimating skill, I would say 3. This would round to 3, goes down. This would round up to 2. So my answer is going to be somewhere around 6.